Catterday.
Happy Catterday, you guys.
Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
Oh my God.
So good. So
we feel like today is a holiday.
Yeah.
You know, this is such, it's like the stars have aligned, and here we are with the one and only Cat Daddy, celebrating cats and just having this special. These comments are blowing up. This cat community.
Yeah, man, there is a lot of people here and a lot of names I recognize. I'm sure there's a ton of people you know on here.
Happy Catterday,
the cat community is the best community in the world.
You guys do rock. And from all over the freaking place. Here we go. Des Moines in South Africa. Just like that. In South Africa, Scotland. And we're on it. And I just saw somebody from Glendale, Arizona. I was just in Arizona just 2 days ago. And that was fun.
Was it hot there already? It's getting hot in Vegas.
It was just as you can start to smell the blacktop melting. I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm gone.
Yep. Today we're hitting 90, so I feel it.
Oh, man. Yeah, but it was great, man. Shout out to Arizona Humane and everybody who's working rescue in both Phoenix and Tucson, and I'm sure Glendale as well. You're doing great work this kitten season, everybody.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Bless you guys.
Scotland.
Wow. This is
Denver. Here's my old stomping grounds right there. Denver, Colorado.
Wow. Bet the blacktop's not melting there yet.
Nope.
No. See, at least there, when I moved to California, that was like my only sort of was to move somewhere that didn't have seasons was almost a deal breaker, just like this close. And then I was like, oh, the beach.
And then there is just, we're both from Tennessee. They have all 4 seasons there, and they have all 4 million different kinds of mosquitoes and bugs and snakes.
True that. But we got mosquitoes here. I mean, it's, I'm going to be spending a bunch of time in Vermont this summer, and mosquitoes in Vermont are like exactly. One landed on me last year. I'm like, what are you? Like, I didn't even know at the time. I was like, if you're a mosquito, I'm officially a little scared.
You're like straight in their eyes.
I know, but it's worth it, man. It's so beautiful. I mean, I can't wait.
Oh, wow. We've got Mexico in the house, North Carolina, Canada. Wow, you guys.
We are. Yes. We are so excited to be talking about
a long time in the making.
Yes.
Today we officially launched
the complete cat probiotics.
Jackson, there it is.
There it is. There it is. So
we are
beautiful.
So happy about this. Really, we've been working on this for a couple of years now. It feels like, or at least, it's like a year and a half, something like that, man. So we are all 3 very psyched about it. We know you guys are going to be as well, and we're going to get more into that and into why your cats need probiotics in the first place. Everybody needs probiotics.
It's crazy.
Well, it's such a buzzword, isn't it? Like now.
I feel like when we first started this, like no one was talking about the microbiome or gut health.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, I don't feel like it was buzz, but now you turn on the morning news and they're like, It's like people are really realizing how important it is.
Gut health is, And so
maybe it's perfect timing.
It is kind of perfect timing, right? Really, when you think about it.
And isn't it funny though? And I think there's that moment where we forget that our animal family members they have digestive systems too, and they have like everything that we can experience, they can as well in space.
I think the immune system is one of the things that it's so fascinating to realize how important it is. And when you start realizing a lot of our cats, especially a lot of our rescues, they go through a lot that really kind of compromises their gut health in a way because they have to, so it's like there are things that we can do. It's very exciting to be part of being able to offer something that helps bring more health and really build that immune system.
Like you said, if you turn on the news, if you turn on YouTube, social media, you will see everywhere health begins in the gut. And it's so true. It's true for us, but it's also true for our cats. And then
also is that the idea and you guys know so much more about gut health, and I'm really excited to dig in with you guys a little bit. And by the way, someone just wrote in from Redondo Beach. Speaking of my old area, there's Jamie Fox from Redondo. First 5 years I've lived here, and it was like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. And then I moved away. But yay, Redondo Beach. Anyway, but the idea of holistic wellness, the idea that like gut health signifies not just like health, you know what I mean? It's like, it's everything. It's everything. I mean, my experience just making sure that I was getting probiotics every day, there was like this market mood change. It was just that whole sort of grounded, I mean, it was like that.
Yep.
And we can't forget that too, that,
Right.
that health, you know.
It's the gut brain axis. We were talking, Dr. Barry Sands gave an incredible presentation. One of the,
And Dr. Katie Woodley, yeah.
Dr. Katie Woodley, same thing. They're talking about just how, you guys, it's so amazing how everything is interconnected. And I think so often our, you know, if my foot is hurting, I want to do something for my foot, you know what I mean? Or and instead of just doing something that just affects one thing or taking a pill for a specific ill, right? Symptomatic care, recognizing how everything is so, and that exactly what you said about the mood change. That's something that we've seen with so many of our clients as well, is their cat is anxious or their cat is very nervous or aggressive. And you start taking care of that gut health and you will see market behavioral changes as well, because it's really shifting. Yeah, it's all connected.
Yep.
They're feeling
well, and
better.
you think about us too. If we don't feel well, then we don't act well. You know, if we're inflamed, if we, you know, we will also be, our moods will be different. And the same goes for our cats with their gut health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love all the, I don't know if you guys have seen all these questions coming in, but it's fantastic that everyone's already in, you know what I mean? There's from what I'm reading here anyway, there's just so much like true curiosity about all this. So you guys should start getting.
Oh, well,
wait, come back.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting on Jackson to come back, I want to tell you guys a little bit about what probiotics are, because I know there's a lot of people that are, we were too, right? When they first start talking about probiotics, we were like, oh, okay, it's a good supplement for us and our cats. But what really is
He's coming back, you guys.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's coming back. But what really, oh, there you are.
I don't. Mercury is in retrograde, and we are all in trouble, just so you know. Okay.
I was like those.
You're like exit stage left. Okay, back. But yeah, but let's talk a little bit about what probiotics are. So probiotics are beneficial bacteria, right? Friendly bacteria, if you will. And we're talking about gut health, right? Everybody knows, everybody hears it everywhere, that health begins in the gut. That's the same for our cats. In our cats' guts, in their gut is billions, trillions of bacteria. And that's both good and bad bacteria. When that bad bacteria outweighs the good bacteria, meaning we've got more bad bacteria, and get that imbalance, that's when we start seeing health issues, right? Like and symptoms like diarrhea, constipation, IBD, IBS, things like this. So that's why it's so important for our cats to get the good bacteria in their gut, so that we can balance it out and keep the good bigger than the bad, right? But with our cats, and there's lots of ways that we can do this, but with our cats, it's really hard to give them a food like fermented foods, for instance, really high in good bacteria, really good in probiotics. But getting our cats to eat fermented food in our home has not worked.
Have you ever gotten your cats to eat fermented food, Jackson?
Did you say fermented?
Yes.
Yeah, no. No. I mean, I'm just saying that and you guys know what it's like. I mean, when you've got a population in your house and trying to find something that more than one will eat is
challenge enough.
Yeah. So, but you tried it?
Oh yeah, we've tried it.
We've tried it, and it just doesn't go over well.
They They just turn up their nose.
You know, I do want to talk about, you know, there's lots of foods that are great that have awesome probiotic qualities in it.
Mhm.
But there's also, this is one of the things that I love about this product is that it's microencapsulated. So that means that it's protected as it goes through the digestive system to be able to do its job.
Mhm.
You know, people that are skeptical of probiotics, and I think there's a lot of not good quality ones out there.
Right.
They're like, they're not doing anything because they don't have a chance to really get working.
Well, let's talk about it like this. So these good bacteria, these friendly bacteria, right? They are they're sensitive to certain things. One of them is heat.
Yeah.
So that, you know, now that it's a big buzzword and everybody knows that we all need probiotics, many of these pet food companies, especially if they're highly processed, will have on the bags with added probiotics. But they're one of the things that they're sensitive to is heat. So if the food is cooked, then that was a waste of probiotics because they're dead. So they're not actually going to do anything. That's why
probiotics have died.
Right. So that's why we want to add it back into their food rather than maybe, you know, giving them a food that is cooked. We want to add it after it's cooked. Right. So what were you just saying about the
acidity is also another thing.
The other thing that probiotics are, if bacteria is sensitive to, is the acidity in the digestive system. And our cat's digestive system is very acidic. So what we love about this one is when there's a lot of good probiotics in the market, but it usually takes a really big dosage to get that beneficial bacteria into your cat. And the reason that it takes a big dosage is because most of that bacteria is killed through the acidity in the digestive system before it gets to the gut and does its job as good bacteria. So the encapsulation process, which is just a big word to tell you that this specific probiotic is protected to where it can get through the system without having to, without the acidity killing it off. And then that's why it's such a small, tiny dosage, which our cats.
You guys got to see this because this is the thing. I'm monitoring the questions that are coming in, and I got to tell you a couple of things that I love about it. So number one, to answer one of those questions, no, it's not flavored, which I find to be, I think it's fantastic because you can kind of cut to the chase. You don't have to worry that, you know, we were just talking about the fermented food, but how if you've got multi-cats also, like trying to get something that everyone's going to eat, not worrying about how the flavor is in your probiotic, et cetera. And then I'm pulling out the scoop here so that you guys can see this tiny little dollhouse scoop. Jackson, I'm trying where, oh my God. I am so on a 4th grade level here. But anyway, this tiny little baby scoop is all it takes in a can of food. So the possibility of your cats turning their nose up at it in terms of taste, I think is much lower than other probiotics I've worked with because it's a teeny little amount, you know? So.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. The fact that it's not flavored, no artificial flavoring, none of that kind of
we
stuff.
discussed that at the beginning. Remember, we were like, should we flavor it or should we not flavor it? And I agree. It's much better because we rule out the finicky kitties because it doesn't have a flavor. It's not.
I love the people that are celebrating the new scoop, you guys, because there was, you know, we had this.
You don't even know, you guys. When you're making a product, it can come down to a little scoop, and it was combing the corners of the planet to try to find that scoop.
Yes.
It literally was. I mean, we were like hand cutting off. Like it was like so much work to try to finally get to this scoop.
Yeah, this is a 120-day supply, right? So you don't want something.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so this is like, you want something that's going to make this convenient, easy, no questions, blah, blah.
Sure.
Guys, it's all about the details.
Yep.
All about the details. And that little scoop.
100. I mean, think about that, everybody who's out there. And it's not like I have a gigantic hand. This is the actual size. And this is a 4-month supply for one cat. And I saw. Thank you, Lindsay. Madison. I saw it 3 times, and there's the question.
I did too.
No, it does not. But you guys can talk about the refrigeration aspect.
Yeah, Maddie. So it's the same thing. It's the micro encapsulation also allows it to be protected at room temperature rather than keeping it in the refrigerator. Because that's often, I know for me, we have some products that we give our cats that have to be kept in the refrigerator, and I forget to give it to them because it's in the refrigerator versus right next to where I prepare their food. Right. So that's another benefit of the micro encapsulation process. No.
Kathy said, or Princess Zippy said, 120 days when you have multiple cats. LOL.
So yeah. No,
that's
of
great.
course, sure. I mean, it is a little, hey, but I mean, I give it to, we have our feral family right outside the house, and everybody gets it, man. And I'm telling you, it's so amazing how because it takes so little, you can literally spread the wealth, and everybody can get it. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of gut healthy cats around here. So, and I'm also seeing, just so I can, yes,
question, Catherine. So yes, another thing that sets this probiotic apart from other probiotics on the market,
why it's called Complete,
is that it does have prebiotics, and prebiotics are like the food to the probiotics, right? So that we can keep them healthy, because this is live bacteria, right? So it needs food too. And so the prebiotics feed the probiotics. And then it also has digestive enzymes in it, which is just another added benefit for overall gut health, because digestive enzymes go into the body and basically they break down the food and tell the food where to go in the body, right? So it makes the food more usable to your cat's body, which just results in, even more overall.
Yeah. Digestive enzymes have one of those, I love that, one of the best side effects I've seen of digestive enzymes, of giving those organs a chance to, just optimize them in a way, is their coat. It's just like, it's just incredible to me. And again, back to how everything is so interconnected. It's fascinating. So yeah, I love that. That's why it's called Complete Probiotics. Yes. So it does have the prebiotics and digestive enzymes as well.
Correct.
And I mean, the other great thing about developing a product like this is that we get to test it out on everybody. And I think, again, one of the really great things that I've seen here is the willingness to take it. And I think everyone's going to have, I swear that there's some cats, it's just like you breathe on their food funny and whatever happens. But by and large, and I got gobs of people testing this so far, and the palatability is not an issue. Again, going back to the whole microencapsulation, it's a teeny tiny little bit. So because I know I've been getting that question a lot lately. So
yeah. And a lot of people are asking for the powder if it's not if they don't feed wet food. You can do it. You can give it as a treat too. You can put it on top of dry food. I don't know how.
I think,
you want to make sure that they get it all. So hopefully you're feeding in portioned meals, but on a churu or like one of those meat sticks or something like that.
And that is a perfect opportunity for us to tell you that you should be feeding your cat wet food anyway. So what a great transition time this could possibly be. Not only are you getting them on wet food, because I know you wanted to do that in the first place, and you can make the transition even a little nicer because, we're adding the probiotics. So just say.
Yep.
I love
and a bonus tip, back in the day when we fed kibble, one of the things that we would do for our cats was we would pick up the kibble at night before we went to sleep. And then our cats would fast overnight, which is also really good for their gut health and overall health. But they would fast overnight. And then in the morning, we would start with a wet food treat. And then you can add in their supplements and things like that. And that's a great transition step to get them off of a highly processed kibble diet onto a more species appropriate diet.
Yeah.
I need to ask you this. I'm going to stop you in your tracks because I suddenly got totally ADD focused on what you just said, which was the idea of fasting being healthy for cats, because I'm a huge, huge pusher of the idea that we shouldn't free feed our animals. Could you talk to that for just a second? Can you? Do you have anything for me that would make me? Please give it.
Absolutely. So our cats are different from our dogs, meaning that like our dogs, we can fast for a couple of days. We could fast for, a week even. But
And that can be really regenerative for everyone, humans, dogs, whatever, just because it gives, when your body is not busy digesting food, it gives it a chance to
but with our
restore.
cats, we say intermittent fasting because because they can't, they're at risk of like hepatic lipidosis, but basically fatty liver disease, if they go too long without food. But meaning like 24, 48 hours, and especially if they're overweight, things like that. But small fasting sessions, I say like at least 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours even, is a good, starting point. Is so good. Our cats' bodies cannot rejuvenate, replace, restore itself. It cannot do the job that it needs to do to be healthy, right? If it is digesting food.
All the time.
When we are able to fast for a certain period of time, they're going to be so much healthier because their bodies are able to do what it needs to do rather than always digesting food because it's always, eating, like grazing like a cow.
Yeah. And I know people are saying, tell that to my cats, right? And that is the hardest part, you guys. The hardest part to me, providing a healthier life for our cats is me. That's the hardest part.
Hey, listen, growing up in a New York City Jewish household, love is food. Love is food.
Italian household. You're eating
I'm going to say, half my family's Jewish, all of our friends were Italian, and I did nothing but eat. And that makes for a lot of trouble in your life. But I mean, you guys, there's the idea, and it's funny because I lecture about this at animal shelters, actually, because there is this idea that we've inherited over the years that we should always have a bowl of food out for our cats. And as you just said, they're not grazing animals. That's not what they are, and we're actually not only, to what Jay and Adrian are saying, robbing them of the opportunity to digest food, but also think about that raw cat sort of behavioral get up and go. To get up and do what? They sleep in order to gear up for a hunt. Now they're going to go out and all the entire body is attuned to that. And food's just sitting there, God, we can go on about this for 3 days.
I love that though. It's such a great, it's so foundational though. And I know that I'm someone who always needed to be reminded of that. Like it's just,
she was really hard.
It was so hard. Like they just look at me the wrong way. I see Dana's kind of that, my cat's sitting here listening and they're like, don't you dare. Right. That's how I felt. Because it was like, oh God, I can't look at you. I won't be able to resist. I'm going to get you.
I think the other thing that you just said that I think is really important is we'll all say the same thing. Go and do your due diligence because you might get advice from one. I mean, if you looked up how long it takes for a cat to fast before they are in danger of hepatic lipidosis, you will see numbers as low as like 6 hours. Oh. I swear to you. I've seen it 6 hours.
I've seen 8 hours. I've seen 8 hours, but I think that there's such a fear.
Is 8? Have you seen it at 8? Because I thought I saw it at 6, but I mean, then you'll see 12, 24.
Yes.
But you know what, you guys, that's the thing, man. Don't take our word for it. Go look, and you're going to see finally the cream rises to the top in terms of data and actual information out there. But
if you look at the actual research, it's much longer than a day. But we always say like maybe at 24 hours is, well, for us personally, that's where we start to get scared. If our cats aren't eating.
We had a 27-pound boy that came to us that we were like, it's not like with humans where you just withhold food and you get to, have a bite here or there. He was very overweight. And so it does take everyone, exactly what Jackson said, go do your due diligence. Every cat is an individual. You want to be able to make the most informed decision for your own cat. Yep. So I do understand why there is that school of fear out there because we went through trying to bring a very obese cat down to, he was 20 pounds. We got some of it. 19.
Is it 19?
We got some of the weight.
I mean, the thing is also, you guys have the benefit that we didn't have long ago and far away, which is you've got the internet, you've got the Google machine, and you've got a generation. And I think that, we know this, and judging by just looking at all these amazing comments, we are so much more dedicated at this point to the overall well-being of our cat family and dog family and rabbit family and whoever family that, and I mean possum family, that we are researching so much more. And the incredible thing, everybody, is there is such a lack of really quality information out there when it comes to studies about cats, because the market wasn't bearing it all these years, and now it's starting to happen.
Cats
we
are hard
wouldn't
to
make this for you guys if it weren't for the fact that we know that people who love their cats as much as you do are out there and willing to put out some money for the well-being of their cats. So we're living in a good time. We really are.
We really are. Let's maybe Lindsay can throw up the giveaway, because I saw some people asking about the giveaway. We promoted it as a huge giveaway.
Totally I know.
Yeah, we could talk about how you can enter. We've got a lot of things that we're going to be giving away today. And they have
the grand prize.
They have set it up. Yeah, she just showed the grand prize there. And we're also
getting a lot of really good stuff from our store. Lindsay, you want to fly that up one more time, and we could show you guys like how much you can win. And now I hate to say this because I have seen commenters from the Arctic Circle, by the way, you guys. I just saw somebody from the Arctic Circle saying hi. Unfortunately, we can only ship to U.S. residents only. You can just blame USPS for all of this. It's not us not loving you guys, but that's about what we can do. Who is how now? Oh, you can say, okay, enter to win by typing Cat Mojo hashtag. Will you explain that?
Everybody's already doing it. Again, it's US only.
Oh, you're already doing it. All right, good.
Do us a favor and only type in the hashtag Cat Mojo.
It might be too late for some of you
if you are in the US. And I'm going to put my good energy in that the wheel actually spins to US too. But we're also giving away 3 bottles of the Complete Cat Probiotics, so you guys can test it out with your cats and let us know, or you can know how easy it is to give to our cats. I saw some questions in here about what symptoms should we. The thing is that what I want everybody to understand is that probiotics are not for just sick animals. Yes, there are, veterinarians now recommend probiotics and sell probiotics when you take your cat in and they have digestive issues, right? So it can be used to help specific symptoms. But what Jackson wants, what we want all of you guys to know is that we can prevent these things from coming into play. Like I said, we've got the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. If we can keep more good bacteria in the gut than the bad bacteria, we can avoid many of these issues. So this is really great for every cat everywhere to prevent issues down the road. And
Lindsay just dropped the.
We also, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
Everybody actually wins today. We are going to do the drawing for the 4 different giveaways. But everybody wins today because this weekend we're giving everybody from both of our websites 15% off using the coupon code CATMOJO of the Complete Cat Probiotics. So everybody wins. Everybody wins today.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Hopefully we'll see you guys taking advantage of that, because that is actually a big chunk. So yeah, and that's how badly we want to get this out to you guys, man.
Yes. And then I know Jackson, you had agreed to answer some cat guardian questions today.
You just said that such a like you're like, oh, we're gonna answer some questions. Yeah.
I mean, to have the opportunity to have Jackson Galaxy answer some,
Yeah, I know. And there were so many questions submitted.
There were. Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy to.
You're the best. Do you have?
I've got some here, and I know that you can just pick from the things, but
do you have them already there?
I have some sitting right here.
We have the same thing that you have.
Okay, so the first one that I saw was from SoCallan at SoCallan, and I don't know what platform this was from, and I don't know, Lindsay, if you got that to fly it up or anything, or should I just read it? I'll just read it, right? I'm looking at you. Okay, thumbs up. SoCallan says, it took a very old and sick street cat to our home as hospice care, and God, thank you for that. He really improved and he's good. Now he's mad at night, meowing all the time from about 3 to 6 a.m. I understand why it's his natural hours for hunting, but don't understand what to do with this. We play with him during the day and evening. It doesn't really help, and I cannot return him to his place because he needs care and special food. What can we do? I'm devastated, and I really want to sleep. You want to sleep? Oh my God, what's wrong with you? So here's the first thing I'm going to say. Like I said, thank you for helping this guy out and for loving on him the way you're doing, especially in a hospice situation. Now, here's the thing. First thing is you're saying 3 to 6 a.m. is his hunting time. That's where we first want to adjust your thinking, because cats aren't nocturnal. They're crepuscular. Crepuscular means that they're active at dusk and dawn, which is when their natural prey would be out. So he should and can be sleeping when you sleep. I know it's a miracle. I know you want to cry when you hear that, but it's true. And it actually goes back to what Jay and Adrian and I were talking about before, which is if you feed your cats a meal as opposed to leaving food out all the time, that's how we do this. We do this by setting your circadian rhythm. Their circadian rhythm is much informed by their nutritional intake, just like with us. And the more you get the boy sort of attuned to your rhythm, the more he's going to sleep when you sleep. Now, of course, cats sleep more than we do in a day anyway, but in terms of their activity level, it's great that you're playing with him. Here's what I would recommend. I'd like at about 3 meals a day. With your boy, depending on what's going on with him and what his nutritional needs are, then do it as often as you want to or need to. But let's make sure that there's some time between each serving of food so that his body can actually, and again, we're talking about his overall wellness too. Just remember that, so that he can actually digest, get hungry, play, get the energy out, eat, comes down, right? Hunt, catch, kill, and eat, and then groom and sleep. And that's the natural cycle of who I call the raw cat. And so if you get that going, and here's the other part, SoCallan, and this is the tough part with people like us, is especially when you're rescuing someone off the street who's old and sick, the idea of denying him food, yeah, you got to do it. And you also have to, look, you're so funny. You're like, no, I can't do it, is ignore him. You have to ignore him. If he does his thing between 3 and 6 a.m. and you do what? You get up, you feed at 3 to 6. He's playing you like a fiddle. And that's just the way it's going to continue to go. You are positively reinforcing the behavior. So I'm telling you, you just got to ignore it. And it'll go on for a little while, and then it'll stop. And I'm promising you that you're going to start seeing a difference. So if you structure that last meal of the day about an hour before you go to bed, so you're doing a little bit of playtime, and then you are feeding a last meal, or it's a treat session or whatever it is, and then we go to bed, and then you put a pillow over your ears, and that's the end of that. And you'll hate me, he'll hate me by proxy, and I'm telling you, within a week, you're going to notice a difference. Final disclaimer on that one, SoCallan, is that I want you to make sure that you're double checking all this with your vet. If he's older, I don't know what he's on in terms of diet and meds. And if he's in hospice, sometimes all bets are off. I mean, if he's a short timer with us, then you may have to deal with this to a certain degree. So I want to put that disclaimer out there. But for all the rest of you guys, that's the best I can tell you. And shout out to Proxima, who is such a huge supporter of our channel and is here again today. Another Meowvelous Jackson Galaxy Livestream. Hi, cat ladies. We love Proxima. She has gifted people all kinds of Mojo Not subscriptions. She's always hanging with us. Wow. Just wanted to say hi. All right.
That was some excellent advice. And I have to say, for anyone that was just listening to that and being like, oh, the ignoring part, that's so difficult, right? And what I always mess up on, so just if you guys are dealing with this, is ignoring them literally means not verbally acknowledging them at all.
Right.
Just any kind of speak, like, no, I'm not getting up. No, or please stop that, or anything. Yeah. Like,
or shut up.
Any verbal engagement, ignoring literally means not a word.
Ignoring means you get nothing out of what you're doing, you know, and we, you know, that definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That is insanity. And we're only going to be insane for so long, where we're going to waste our energy doing something if nothing happens. But nothing has to happen. Nothing, good or bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
all right. You want me to move on to another one, or do you guys want to?
We got time. Yes.
Because I know we wanted to, I know there were a lot that came in here, and I tried to, just so you guys know, because we did get a big ton of questions, as we tend to, and I tend to go for the ones that might have the biggest sort of resonance with a lot of different people. So the more specific they get, just, you guys all know this, I've said this before, that I won't probably be able to. The other thing is, most everything that I'm saying here is on our YouTube channel. We've already made videos on most of this stuff, so there's that too. Okay, so here we go. Johnny. My cat seems to be very jumpy when it comes to the doorbell. As soon as he hears it, he panics and runs off to find safety. Not sure what triggered this, as he was fine as a kitten, and for the first 2 to 3 years of his life, we pet and reassure him when it goes off. Any advice on what to do? Okay. And yes, I have a video on this. And if you check out, if you search the video, I think it's called Stop Fear. It basically, all we're doing is, there's the concept of what I call the challenge line. And knowing that, and as we're talking about the idea of like ignoring our cats, you know, as the night goes on, that's a challenge line. The challenge line for us is, how far am I willing to go before I break, you know? And we got to pull ourselves right up to that line and one paw over the line. With this guy, we're the other concept behind the challenge line is desensitization. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is it's proven to work. You know, and as long as we make sure that doorbell, we're going to desensitize it, so that sound itself is not going to be to him. And then at the same time, we're counter conditioning. So we're not only making it not bad, but we're replacing it with something good. So there's actually a good association. So not as hard as you might think it is, as long as you're consistent about it. And the way I would start doing is, first of all, it's going to sound crazy, disable your doorbell. You know, so that you want control of that sound. And while we're training, you can just tell people to knock in the meantime, and just get rid of that sound. So that then when we're doing fun things like food, treats, play, you know, times like that, where it's high impact, great association stuff, we start working in that sound of the doorbell. You can record it and loop it on your phone, and it just goes off underneath. And it's way low, to the point where you start, his ears don't even sort of register. That's how low. And then we just keep that experience going. As long as the experience is happening, that sound is happening. See what we're doing? We're just getting rid of that sound. Then there's another step here, which I can only go into so much, and you can see it on the video. But then once the sound is loud enough and he is desensitized, he is acclimated, he's thinking, wait a minute, doorbell means best freaking jackpot treat I got, then we start working and people actually coming to the door. Because the thing is, it's not that he's afraid of the doorbell. He's afraid of what happens after the doorbell. So we have to separate those two experiences. It's people coming in. So it's actually people marching into your house, and that could set him off. So then we want to work with a very cat tolerant and very understanding friend who can come over on a regular basis and test this out. Where it's doorbell, he's cool because right now he's waiting for food. That person comes in, not even, hi, how you doing? Here's food. And we just keep doing that. Anyway, it's all outlined in the video. But the cool thing is, Johnny, is that this is something that works. It's not even a crazy Jackson thing. This works. Anyway, so that is that question for you. And now, I just saw that we should be doing something here. Yeah, we got to start giving stuff away, you guys. We got to start giving stuff away.
Good.
I mean, I know, such a drag. Yeah, we have to. And wait, I just wanted to welcome somebody in here. There's a little, there it is. Violet XOXOX. Welcome to the Mojo Knots. Good to see you here. All right.
Okay, so what we're gonna do for these giveaways, guys, and thank you, Jackson, for all of your, and I'm actually, we've done these things as well with our cats. The advice that you give is always so amazing.
But it's great to be reminded. We went through, our bathroom broke. We had construction workers here for like 4 weeks, and we're seeing our cats be reactionary to the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's so helpful. I'm so glad that you did pick those questions that are most beneficial.
Oh, cool. No, I'm very glad. Oh, so now I answered your questions. Look at that.
See?
So much happier.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel. Lindsay is back here. We love Lindsay.
Man, she's going to be our awesome cat loving, understanding friend that comes over and tests out the doorbell for
yes. She is, she's going to spin the wheel. We're going to start with the 3 bottles or 3 different winners for the probiotics, Complete Cat Probiotics by Jackson Galaxy. We're going to be giving these away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. No.
And there are 310 people that ordered. So
that entered 311.
311 people that entered to win.
It's still happening. It's still going up.
Yep. And all of your names are going to be spun. 312. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Spun in. You do need to be a U.S. resident. So if you guys are still entering, you have to be a U.S. resident to win. So keep putting it in there until 50 seconds from now when she spins. When you win for the winners, she already put it right here. So that's great.
Well, email your name that's not looking.
Handle and shipping address to office@jacksongalaxy.com. So office@jacksongalaxy.com is where you will email for the winners after we spin. And we're about to spin. There's 319 now. Let's go.
Wow. Can we get 20? 320? No. Let's go.
And
the winner goes to Let's Go. Oh,
right on.
Congratulations. We will send you out a bottle of the probiotics. Please email your name, handle, and shipping address to office@jacksongalaxy.com, Kitty Kaleidoscope. And that is an awesome picture.
That is such a cool picture.
Right. We're one down. Let's
one down.
Yeah.
Let's 2 more to go. Let's draw again.
This is a fun little.
I just wish we had like the music behind.
I know, right?
Something.
And Samuli is our.
Yeah, I was like, I'll let Jackson announce that.
Oh, thanks. Because it's not like Kitty Kaleidoscope. I'm going to just say Samuli, and that I'm glad we have a second winner. Now let's go for it.
Congratulations! You also won a Complete Cat Probiotics bottle. Please email your name, handle, and shipping address.
Here we go, you guys.
Go.
Yep.
That's it.
One more probiotics.
Oh my gosh, so many beautiful names.
Carrie,
congratulations. You are the 3rd winner of the Complete Cat Probiotics giveaway. Congrats and happy Catterday.
Oh, I love it. Is it time for the
Now we got a big one.
Let me tell you guys what's included in this in our grand prize basket coming in here. So straight from our store, we've got, of course, our probiotic. But along with that, we have my convertible clamshell bed, which I personally love beyond all rationality. I love it because it's just great for any cat. Check it out on the site. You'll see it goes flat like a mat, and then you pull it, it turns into a little Venus flytrap. It's amazing. Check it out. Our satellites and our sprinkles, our little toys. We got some organic catnip for you, a snuffle mat, and some Vital Essentials freeze-dried treats. That is what you're about to win. Somebody.
I want an answer to win right now.
Don't do it.
And you guys ready to do it?
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
let's do it.
This is huge, you guys.
And the drum
Here
roll.
we go. Out of 342 people,
Wow.
who is going to get the big basket? That would be
Letitia! Congratulations.
And congratulations, Letitia. You see on the screen just your name, your handle, your address. Send it over to my place, office@jacksongalaxy.com. We will get that right out to you. And in the meantime, yeah, man, congratulations to our winners.
Yes. And again, everybody actually wins today because even if your name wasn't drawn, this weekend only, we are all offering 15% off the complete cat probiotics using the discount code CatMojo. So the same as the hashtag, but without the hashtag CatMojo on our websites, 15% off today and tomorrow only. Yeah. So you guys jump in. And we wanted to offer something to everybody. So,
Jackson, while we got everyone here, I'm thinking, I know it's going to take a couple years, but we should just be thinking about next time that we can make another awesome product together for our babies so we can do this again. And turn it into like an annual holiday.
Every year we just roll out it. I mean, I really, it makes me so happy in general that, and I'm talking to everybody out there, that both the cat ladies and I feel so secure at this point that when we put something out there for the well-being of your cat, that you guys will consider adding it to your cat's diet, and trust that we now have a better handle on what makes for happier cats and optimum health, and it's just an exciting time. It really is. Because, for so long, it was such an uphill battle in terms of just getting the industry as a whole to recognize that our animal companions also deserve to feel their best. And now we got stuff like this happening. So I'm totally psyched. And
I'm grateful for you as well, just because I feel like all the work that you've done in the cat community, everything that you've done, you really have that eagle eye for
the cat community.
You're like the cat daddy, but you have that eagle eye for what it is that's needed, right? And so I think that really helps when it comes to doing research and development and product, all that kind of stuff. When you have so much experience, that really helps inform the need that exists, and it's it really is a game changer, a life changer.
Yep.
For the community.
Thank you. Honestly, you guys are the ones putting out all of these supplements, and I think. It takes that. That's the thing. I think that, again, we're at a place right now where, as guardians, as stewards to our animal family members' best lives, we're going, okay, now what do I do? One example is, if you guys haven't tried our B12, you really should, because that's one of those things. The second it hit. And I'm thinking one of my cats, the second it hit him, he was like, yep. And he was, it was, and one of my dogs, especially, in her, especially as she was getting older, there it is right there. There's our B12, man.
It's absolutely amazing. I was actually thinking about that with that first question too, because when we tested it out, our 18-year-old at the time had started howling at night, and we got him in and we checked, all of his health issues, and he was fine. And we were like, I think it might be cognitive health. And just adding in the B12, like that, it was like it stopped.
That's one of the things I'll be. You guys will be putting out much more information as the next couple of months go on about cognitive decline in cats, because it seems like no one's talking about it. And of course, as we find in most of research, there's just very, very little to help support what we say about cognitive decline in cats, but it is a thing. And I think it's a thing that goes unrecognized a lot, but for sure. And this is proven in all the other species that have had the benefit of studies around this, but vitamin B12 will absolutely help. Alzheimer's patients, that's part of the marching orders for Alzheimer's patients is hiking up their B12. So of course it'll help our cats as well. But yeah, I love that product, and I can't wait for the next thing we work on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Likewise.
Absolutely. For those of you guys asking where to buy the probiotics, you can get it at jacksongalaxy.com or the B12. You can get it at jacksongalaxy.com or to crazycatladies.com. And you can use that same. Yeah, you should bookmark both those sites anyway, and do all your shopping in those spots.
There you go.
For your kitties. But yeah, the same discount code, both websites.
And Jackson, we're so grateful. I know I'm speaking for everyone in the community for you taking the time to be here, to be a part of this, to all celebrate, answer questions. You are a very busy man. I know that you are. You got some back-to-back bookings.
I got a cat or two to get to, man.
Yeah, you got to keep rolling.
I'm sure everybody else does. But thank you guys. And again, thank you for the work you're doing. And it makes me so happy. I don't know if you guys been watching these, okay, I will. Okay, fine. Okay. Can you guys find at 4 main thoughts? Because Straightforward is asking me to answer a question. If Straightforward's asking me to answer a question, I can at least try. So there it is. I got it. Hold on. Here we go. Now I am doing this blindly, so I might not be able to answer this. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, that's just okay. Wait, where did it start? Where did it start? I can't believe that. Straightforward. Here we go. Come on, man.
When Jackson's focused.
There it is. Wait. Oh, wow. This goes back a ways, man. Okay.
There's a lot of comments.
You're sending me all the way back here to try to find the original question. 4 main thoughts. Here we go. Any videos on cat diabetes? Well, that's the question. Yes. I mean, I do not have videos per se on diabetes in cats. Here's what I will stick to with, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we actually, so last year we launched a cat symptom checker, and diabetes is one. We worked with holistic veterinarians, herbalists. So no matter where you are in the world, you can find answers. It's not just to sell any products. There are lots of things that you can do at home and with things that you can find no matter where you are, that you can help diabetes in cats. Number one, though, I will just throw it out there, is we got to get them off of kibble. We can feed them into remission really quickly by simply changing
that.
diet.
You guys don't listen. You get a diagnosis, and this is coming from 3 non-vets. Just remember that. But we have lots of vet friends. Don't go straight to the insulin. Don't go straight to the insulin. Change their diet. Do it right that minute. Then keep testing that glucose. You're gonna see it go down. I mean, between the 3 of us, and Lindsay is watching as well. We have talked so many cats out of the throes of their diabetes just by making that change. And there's a lot of other things you can do. But that's where we start.
I do want to say, if you've already gone past that point and they are on insulin, then we want to work with our vet on that, right? So you don't want to be giving them the same amount of insulin if you're changing their diet, because they won't require as much, right? So they won't require the same amount of insulin when you switch their diet, and you need to switch their diet regardless.
And you guys also don't forget that what the ladies are doing here is also prompting you to do your due diligence. Whatever it is that we're saying, I'm telling you. But just remember, you may get information from someone you trust that is not right, And I am pointing at certain foods that are available from certain people that you trust that is just straight up garbage. So just think about that before you just follow it, man. Do your due diligence. Was that diplomatic enough? I thought it was.
I think it was good. That was very good.
So guys, I love it. We did a Cats of Not Feeling about just feeling judged. I think it's such a great reminder for all of us. You guys are part of this beautiful community, and I love watching in the comments people helping each other, stuff that worked for them. But you guys, it's always on us at the end of the day with our individual, beautiful, unique beings that we share our lives with to make the best decision for them based on we're the ones that know them best. So
yes, we are our cat's best advocates. So and not, advice for one cat might not be the same for advice for another cat. So, do your due diligence, and
your cats are counting on you.
Yes.
Yeah, man, for sure. And I think, we all have these experiences that make us so passionate about it. I mean, my whole story with getting involved in nutrition in the first place was losing a cat to diabetes at 7 years old. And it was just, I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know back then. And I think that it's just so important for us to be as up and waving our arms about things that you just want to make sure. And I think everybody out there has gone through the same thing. We learn as we go about ourselves, about our animal companions. And as you learn and as you get answers, you pass that stuff on and make sure that others don't have to repeat what you went through. So that's why you get the yelling and screaming from me half the time. But that was, like I said, diplomatic.
Yeah, learn, share, grow.
Very articulate and diplomatic. Well done.
Hopefully we helped answer questions, and like they said, there's resources for you out there. So hopefully that helped. Okay, see, I derailed the goodbye, but now I think we can get on with our cat days. You guys, thank you so much for being with us. We're so happy. Again, don't forget, you guys can go to either website. Use that code CatMojo and get this wonderful micro-encapsulated probiotic for your cats that we are all so proud of for 15% off this weekend.
We love you guys so much.
We love you all so much. Thank you, Jackson. So we love you too.
Thank you to the beautiful community.
Everybody have an amazing 420 Catter Day.
Happy Catter Day, you guys.
Happy 420. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.